everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make the super easy 4th of July wreath. If you're interested, keep on watching and I'll show you how it's done. For this project I used the wreath ring. I bought it at the Dollar Tree. It's the 14 inches. I also got the 2 bandanas they were selling. You don't need to use this. You can use regular fabric like I have here, and I used both. You're also going to need your scissors, needle and thread, and pins if you want to. You could also use a glue gun for this project. The square of fabric that I'm going to be using measures about 20 inches. You can make them smaller if you want to, or bigger, but that's the size I'm using. So what you're going to need is your square of fabric and your needle and thread. What we're going to do is we're going to find one corner and we're going to go ahead and do a running stitch, and I'll show you how it's done. So you're going to insert your needle into your fabric, and I'm sewing at the edge, and you're just going to do your running stitch back and forth, so just like so. And you're going to do this all around your square. It doesn't have to be perfect. See how I'm just doing it really fast? As long as your fabric is gathered together, that's all we need here. Just like so. So here I am coming to my corner, and you're just going to continue to your other side. I'm just going to continue sewing, and I'll meet back with you when I'm done. Alright, so mine so far looks like this, and I have one side left. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my running stitch. I'm trying to gather all my sides together so I can make a flower. And it doesn't have to be perfect as long as it's gathered. So here I am. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it. And just be careful here, don't pull it too hard. So once I have my gathers ready, I'm just going to go ahead and do a couple of stitches to hold it together. I'm just whip stitching it. And I'm going to make a knot, so I made a loop. I'm going to put my needle through it and tighten. Alright, so one more time. Make a loop right here, put your needle through it and tighten it. Cut your thread. You're done sewing for now. So here you have something that looks like this. Find the center right here, and we're just going to put our finger like so and bring out your fabric from our gathered ends. And just pull it gently, and that kind of creates a flower, if you notice. And this little tail right here, we're going to use to sew it onto our wreath, onto our ring. So I take my ring, and in the middle, right over here, I'm going to put my flower. And I do like this, and I pull it. And what I do is, let me flip it so you can see it. So here's my tail, and what I do is I take it and fold it, and I just put a pin there just to hold it for now. And this is how it's going to look like. So what we need to do, if you're going to sew, we're going to put a couple of stitches here on both sides and one stitch here to hold it. Because if we don't, it's just going to come apart like so. So I'm going to show you how I sew it. So to sew this, I'm just going to come to one end of my tail and my flower, the back, and I'm just going to do a couple of stitches to hold it. Like I said, if you don't want to sew it, you can always use a glue gun, but I'm just going to go ahead and sew it. So I'm just putting a couple of stitches. You don't need too many. And you're done. So now what I need to do is sew this end of the tail to this side of the flower. And this is all happening on the back. Just putting a couple of stitches just to hold it in place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of stitches to hold my flower onto the ring on the other end, like so. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as your flower stays on the ring. And just tighten it, and we're done. So there you have it. You have your flower ready to go. And you can straighten it as you continue sewing your flowers. So go ahead and make your flowers like I did here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place them and continue sewing them. And I'll show you the end result when it's all finished. So this is my finished wreath. It came out super cute. It didn't take me that long to make, and I think it's adorable. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you next time.